Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on this Wildcat Wednesday. Coming off of what was a tumultuous 2020, a lot of people, though, did find perhaps new hobbies. And some of those may have included anything from sheep to goats to chickens. Well, on this Wildcat Wednesday, we're fortunate enough to be joined by Davin Scrantz. She's from the K-State Extension District, Wildcat District. Davin, thank you so much for joining us. Great to see you again, albeit virtually. And as you and I were talking beforehand, it's not only, friends, but it's also family that I have that found during the pandemic that maybe they had other hobbies, other interests. What have you seen from the Extension District and your work as far as people becoming more enamored or interested in livestock?
Yeah, over this past year with the pandemic, more people were spending time at home, and that got them looking into new hobbies, as you mentioned before. So some folks started to raise sheep and goats and also chickens, because those are some great options of animals that you can really have on any size acreage. Chickens you can even keep in town.
Well, and that's where K-State Research and Extension really comes into play, and how important you are to these people that have taken on these animals now, because you've got a great seminar coming up this week, April the 8th at 6 p.m. It's called Hitting the Target, and I kind of want to capitalize upon three different things that you're going to cover. Number one, now that I've got these animals, and this is for the veterans who have done it as well. Now that I've got these animals, number one, I need to be looking out for parasites.
Yes, definitely. Especially this time of year, the warm weather is great. I know I love the springtime weather and being outside. However, unfortunately, the parasites also love the warmer weather and the spring rains that we're going to be having. So you're going to have a lot more problems with parasites with your sheep and goat herds this time of year. So Dr. Allison Crane, who's the sheep and goat specialist with K-State, she'll be joining us to talk about parasite control and management, and what those sheep and goat owners need to be doing to help minimize the effect of parasites on their herd.
And also, curiously enough, this is something that's on obviously everybody's mind right now, vaccines. But we also, while we're all worried about vaccines, we've also got to make sure that our animals are vaccinated.
Yes, as you mentioned, vaccines and vaccinating has been kind of a hot topic lately. We're taking a slightly different angle on it, though, and talking about vaccines related to sheep and goat management and also vaccine handling. Some vaccines have to stay refrigerated and below a certain temperature. So when you're out working animals, it's important to take a cooler or something with you to still maintain that temperature as best as possible.
And you have a wonderful Facebook page with all that information. And like Davin said, if you can't make it in person, you do a wonderful job with virtual meetings as well. Davin Scrantz from the K-State Wildcat District. Davin, thank you so much. It's great to see you again. I tell you what, I got a quick question for you. Can you join us? Can you join us a little bit later?
Yes, I can definitely do that.
I've got chicken questions for you. Okay?
Okay, sounds
all right.
good.
David's going to join us here coming up in just a little bit. We'll be back with more KOAM Morning News right after this.